What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another installment of Hoggie's Quick Beer Reviews. Today we have something a little different, and some of you may recognize this because it's been sitting back here on my shelf for the last 3-4 reviews. Take a look at what we have here. This is the India Style Brown Ale from the Terrapin Brewing Company in Georgia. Now, you can't really see it from there, but it says India Brown Ale, but in a different font, in a lighter color, it says Style, so it's actually India Style Brown Ale. There are several breweries that do this. This is a new style. It's a hybrid style. It's basically a cross between an IPA and a brown ale. In other words, a very hoppy brown ale. Now, I saw this when I was at Total Wine, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. I saw this, and I just grabbed it because I've been wanting to try something from Terrapin for a while, and because I like the idea of India Brown Ale. Dogfish Head makes an India Brown Ale. I tried theirs, but I tried it close to a year ago maybe, and I only had the one bottle, so I really have nothing to compare this to. This is practically going to be a new experience. So, a hoppy brown ale sounds about right. Sounds good for winter. But now, of course, I'm going to punch up Beer Advocate like I always do. But a side note beforehand, for anybody watching this review in the future, as of right now, I don't think it's taken into effect, but maybe by the time some of you guys watch this, it will have. Terrapin is changing the name of this beer. I came across a press release. It was a blog post, but it was a copied and paste of the press release from Terrapin. This beer, the name is being changed. It will now be known as Hop Karma Brown IPA. And I'm putting up a graphic here on that same blog post of the press release or whatever. I got this picture, so that's going to be the new label. On Beer Advocate, it's still showing as Terrapin India Brown Ale. It gets a B+ out of 237 reviews, and the bros give it an A-. Let's see, Terrapin Beer Company is what it says. Georgia, United States. American Brown Ale, it's qualified as a brown ale, and it's 6.2 ABV. So, that's that. So yeah, I like brown ales. I like hops. So this should be fun. And since I'm not sure what to expect, I'll keep it simple. Regular pint glass. And let's see what this little turtle is like. Again, take a look at the bottle. Same as the 6-pack. Little turtle there with the little Indian head wrap and a sitar or whatever that is, and a mug of beer. I love them. Alright. And in case anybody's wondering, it's a plain gold cap. There's nothing on there. Not a lot of smell coming from the bottle, but ooh, yeah, this is a brown ale. That is dark, or brown at least. Not a whole lot of head. Decent little pinky finger worth, but then again, I did have these cold. Yeah, this is a very dark. I'm seeing some dark red coming through, but barely. I mean, yeah, this is brown. Nice khaki head. Take a look, guys. Again, like I always tell you, my colors suck. So this really doesn't do much, but just to give you a shot to maybe make some of that out. Hops, pine. Not just pine. Piney, slightly grapefruity, slightly lemony, herbal. Yeah. But that's really all I'm getting. I'm not getting any malt. I'm not getting toasted malt. I'm not... just that pine. You can kind of tell, yeah, there is a little bit of malt. There is some sweetness, some malt under the pine, but yeah, the hops are the star of this. Well, let's see just how hoppy it is. And mind you, it's going to be called Hop Karma, so this better be hoppy. It's hoppy. Wow. And it's tasty. That's a very interesting flavor. You're not used to getting toasted malt, roasted toasted malt, and hops like that together. Oh, that is interesting and tasty. Yeah, same pine. There's a little more citrus hop in the flavor, in the taste. The hops do kind of hit you. There's a sharpness to it up front, but it's not necessarily hop bite. You don't get those hop flavors hitting you right away. They come in the middle. They come in really strong in the finish. There's a lot of hop oil resin. There is that aftertaste, that bitterness. That hop oil lingers for a little bit. The toasted malt, a little hint of caramel as well, comes across across the middle. But I'll be honest, it's not that strong. Maybe if you warm this up a little, I did have them cold. If you warm this up a little, you might get a little more malt. I'm almost sure of that. But the malt presence is not as strong, or at the very least, it's overpowered by the hop. You would expect a sweeter, more toasted malt caramel flavor to this, and it's under all that hop bitterness. It is kind of a medium body. Some malt does come across in the finish. This is interesting. This is really interesting. But yeah, it is pretty much what it says. What it says that it is. It is a hoppy brown ale. Very piney, very citrusy, really sharp, oily hop flavor on top of, toasted malt and your typical brown ale. The malt itself is really underpowered compared to the hop. Obviously, if it's an IPA, if it's India, anything, it's going to be hops, hops, hops. This is an IPA with a darker base. You're still not going to be able to taste the toasted malt or taste the base because of the hops, because this is a highly hopped beer. But it is interesting. It is a little fuller, a little richer. There is more sweetness in there than some IPAs. Although there are some sweeter, maltier IPAs which have a lot more of a malt character. Granted, this is toasted malt, but it should be a little toastier. I'm going to call this a glass half full just because it's not a bad beer and there's absolutely nothing off-putting about it. Hop fans will love this, but I'm a little disappointed. I wanted something a little more balanced between brown and IPA. This is a hoppy brown ale, but it's not brown enough. It's not toasted malt enough. It's not enough of a brown ale, flavor-wise. So, what can I say? Terrapin's a good brewery. I'm not going to judge them off of this attempt because this is a hybrid style. They also make a rye IPA, which I'm curious about. I'll pick that up someday. But yeah, Terrapin's India style brown ale, soon to be known as Hop Karma. I like it, but yeah, what can I say? If anybody out there tries this beer, let me know what you think. And if you like the video, hate the video, got any comments, questions, whatever, let me know what you think. Take it easy, guys. I'll see you next time. Cheers.